Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another show of Fuente and Meerapfel present Meet the Professor. Hello, world.
Hello, what's up, everybody? Merry Christmas, or belated Christmas, I guess.
Merry belated Christmas. And we got some, look at this. Hold on. Carlito's here.
Ah!
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Carlito.
Oh, this is great. Hey, look, are you cold? You're cold out there.
No, I'm not cold. No, I'm not cold.
That's what happens, Melanie, when you put a Cubano in the snow, he gets cold.
I heard. That's great. I like
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very special show today. An unbelievably special show because today there is no guest of honor. This is not about interviewing somebody or bringing somebody on the show. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a very special show because it's all going to be about you. And we're going to do something absolutely crazy. We're going to let you guys come on to our show and you're going to interview us and we're going to interview you. And I'm going to do something we've never done before. If you go onto the chat, I'm going to send you the link where you guys can log in and you can actually come onto the show with us. Now, we can only take 5 or 6 people at a time. So not everybody at once. And if you can't do it right away, that's okay. But do log on, do take your chance and make sure that you do come on because we're going to be so happy to spend the next hour with all of you. And of course, with a member of the family, Mrs. Cynthia Fuente, the empress of the cigar industry. So make sure that you log on to the link that I just put publicly on the chat. Let me see if you've got it. No, that's private chat. Here we go. Let's do it again. We're going to post it on Facebook and it is out. There you go. You can come and meet us on the show today. Cynthia Fuente, welcome to the show.
Hello. Merry Christmas weekend and Happy New Year to everybody. Hello, Melanie.
Hello, Cynthia.
Hello, Jeremiah. Hello.
You look beautiful.
Thank
I love
you.
that red.
Red for Christmas.
Yeah.
So how was everybody's week? I mean, it must have been tremendous celebrating Christmas with a family, everybody together. I presume Carlito must be there somewhere in the mountains. Tell us about it. Everybody wants to know.
Brother, go first. You look like you're cold.
I am cold. No, I've had a great weekend. Very quiet and spent time with the family. We're isolated. Yes, in the mountains, in the highest peak of the Dominican Republic, where it's very difficult to get to, but it does snow here. And I realized it would be so cold this time of the year. So, but the blessing is to be with family, be with as much of the family. Not all my family's here, but I'm with the younger ones, so that's really nice.
That is good.
Wonderful. Very good. Beautiful. Mine was very quiet. It's my first year ever that I didn't have all my family together, and I'm praying it's the last year ever. Nevertheless, I had a very still, quiet Christmas Eve with my daughter's dog that I'm dog sitting, and I had a beautiful bee cellar wine, and I enjoyed a very nice dinner. My niece Rosana sent me all this food, and I was alone. But it was beautiful. It was really, really special. Had a lot of time to reflect. And then on Christmas Day, we were able to see my niece and the kids, and everybody took all their precautions, but we were able to see them open all their gifts. And that was, to me, one of the most beautiful presents I received for Christmas. So it was nice. It was nice. It's very different, but I think it's a year that everybody's really had time to reflect on what's most important in life. And it's all of our friends and our families and our sisters and brothers of the leaf in the world. I talked to a lot of people from all over, and it was wonderful. Just like we had an international podcast with Reinhardt this past week, and it was so great to share Christmas joy with everybody from all over the world. So it's been an interesting holiday, but a very special one, very special. How about you, Jeremiah and Melanie?
Let's see. Mine was very quiet. I spent a lot of my time actually on the internet, so I feel the same way. It wasn't exactly the way that I want to spend my Christmas. I prefer my daughter being down here and us going to Universal, but it was still nice to have all the friends that I've met this year. I was very grateful. Actually, I didn't really feel like I was FOMO at all. It was like there was a lot of new faces, new relationships, new. And then, of course, we had the show that went real excellent. And
I heard that.
Yep.
Congratulations.
And Coop
also, I didn't get to join you on that Friday because that was the only opportunity to be able to be with my daughters and my nieces and nephews. But I'm so happy that you had William Cooper with us.
Yeah, he was excellent. He's so down to earth. We had a great talk, just, chit-chatting. And then, of course, Carlito came on there as well. And it was fun. I think it was a great show because I think a lot of people were home on Christmas Day and they are curious. And of course, he was pointing out, like, I would never thought I'd be speaking to Carlito Fuente on Christmas Day. So I think a lot of people were grateful to see him. So we thank you for your time, Carlito.
Oh, you're very welcome. It was a wonderful show. I really enjoyed it. And as Cynthia said, these moments of isolation, it's very nice that we can reach out to the people we love. And so many new friends that we have become close to in 2020. And of course, William Cooper's one of them, as you are, Melanie. Even though we kind of been chatting a little bit before, but we really got to know each other during this difficult year, as well as so many other people in the industry and so many consumers and so many bloggers and so many brothers and sisters who are just so passionate, love their leaf. And we just find that we have so much in common, that we love the same things, but most importantly, we love each other's company. And if it can't be, one-on-one and hugging and kissing on the cheeks and sharing stories, we do it over the web, but it's been very rewarding in that aspect. It certainly has.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what?
Amazing.
I feel so funny because I see myself on the phone and I don't see a mustache. It's growing out and most of it is white. And I don't know. I'm blending it with a snow behind me. And it's weird. Liana, this is for you, Liana.
I think you should shave it all off. You look younger with it. I like it shaved all off, Mother.
It's starting
Jeremiah, tell us about your holidays.
Oh, goodness. Well, listen, I mean, a beautiful time of the year, although this year it is exceptional. And I think everybody feels the same. It's very difficult being separated from those we love and those we care about. And thank God that there's forms of communication, which, 10, 15 years ago didn't exist. So if it wasn't for that, I think it would have been a very sad holiday for many people, including myself. But thanks to these platforms, we've been able to stay in touch. We've been able to communicate. We've been able to share these special moments and be together, although not physically. But at least we've been able to see each other and hear each other. And then I guess what's missing now is touching each other and hugging each other and kissing each other. But with God's help, that will come very, very soon. And I'm just grateful.
How about your kids? Because I heard all those kids in the background. And you called me. How's your beautiful children?
The kids is something else. The kids is something else. They, thank God they don't realize, what's going on, and they maybe we should be more like them. Maybe we should learn how to put aside our worries and our anxieties and just bite into life like children bite into life. And maybe we need to go back to that space. And yeah. But anyways, listen, let's not make this about me right now. There are so many people who have just logged into this link. Like I said, this is a first. We've never done
anything. This is a great idea, Jeremiah. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And remember, this is a special gift. This show today is a gift to you guys. Let me just bring up the banner. And this is a big welcome to our public, a big welcome to our fans out there and to our friends and our family who are watching and who watch every Sunday and put up with our shit. And so we're so grateful to have you guys on. Let's bring them on one at a time. There's a lot of people out there. So for those who are in the black room right there, just be patient. We're going to bring you on in a minute or so. We'll start one at a time. And the first guest we're going to bring on is an old friend, someone who we love to see. We're very excited. And before I pull him on, I just want to say that, guys, this is your show today, okay? So the hotspot, it's your hotspot. We're going to put up Melanie's hotspot, but you're going to ask the questions. You can ask them to myself. You can ask them to Carlito, to Cynthia, to the kid, like we're all going to call her now. Same thing for Neil the Professor. Neil the Professor today is about nailing any one of us. So you guys can just go, have fun, tell me what you want to do, and I'll put up the banner, and then we'll go from there. Our first guest today, who else could it be than Peter Jacob? Peter, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, what's up?
Hello,
Wow,
Peter.
Welcome, brother.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the show, Peter. It is great to have you on today.
I'm sorry. I am totally unprepared for. I'm just. Please accept my apologies. I'm totally unprepared for this. I didn't expect this to be the first guest on the show tonight. What I would like to say, I would like to express my deep appreciation to all people, including all of you guys that supported our group, and I really enjoy being a part of the cigar community. I know I'm quite new to all this. But I'm doing my best. So thank you so much for. Oh my God, I don't even know how many people are watching this at the moment. So,
Embrace
Peter,
the
Peter,
moment.
would you like to nail would you try to nail one of us, or maybe put one of us in the hot spot?
Right. No, I am. No, I'm not ready for anything like this.
Well, Peter, you're doing a great job. I've seen you around. You hold these groups. If anybody, whoever is watching, if you guys are not aware, there are these Facebook rooms. Peter always has a Facebook room open at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays. And it's fun to be able to see people across the world. So I think that you do a great job. So if you're just starting out, then two thumbs up, because you're all over the place.
What I would like to say, we just started it as a kind of idea just to start knowing each other, because soon we are going to be nearly 4,000 people in our group, which I
That's wonderful.
I am really I really appreciate, and I really didn't expect such a huge interest in our group, but we started like 2-3 people meeting every week, having a cigar, having a chat, laughing, joking, and surprisingly last week we were more than 15, which is for me personally is a great success, and I will welcome, and I will appreciate every single person which is a part of the cigar community in the future. We are going to improve our chat room. I will borrow an idea from my friend Carl from Cigar Fantastic, and I'm intending to open some kind of cigar lounge UK bar, which will be available 24 hours, hopefully in the near future.
Yay, cool.
And I also would like to express my appreciation to Reinhardt and Reinhold from Cigar Journal.
Yes.
For their kindness to offering a few complimentary subscriptions to Cigar Journal magazine for the next year.
That was a cool competition. Where are those pictures? We can show people those pictures.
the pictures are available as an announcement on the top of Cigar Lounge UK group. I don't feel comfortable to share them in the rest of the groups because I don't think I will be allowed because this is our challenge. I would like to say it for the administrator and moderator team. It took like a couple of days of voting for all these pictures. We had more than 120 participants. Jeremiah, you're one of the winners, believe it or not. But
Jeremiah wants something fantastic.
yeah,
You should hear the story of that
That's
picture.
good.
The story of that picture is much more interesting than the picture itself, by the way.
Please just share that story with us. I am quite curious to.
Yeah, not tonight because we're going to be on for the next 6 hours. But
Sure. I am.
I was actually in China with Carlito when that picture was taken. Remember, Carlito, we were at the Great Wall of China with the entire delegation of the Chinese monopoly. This is the day that Fuente was historically made the official cigar of the Chinese monopoly and the People's Republic of China. It was a huge historic moment, huge. This was a brand just after the Cubans, then, back in the days, Davidoff, and then of course, Arturo Fuente was named as, an official brand of the People's Republic. And we were in China. They were celebrating Carlito. They were celebrating this big, big, big moment for Fuente. And I was messing around on the terrace like I always do with this guy who was, snapshot. He was pretending to be a photographer, and he ended up being not the photographer. He ended up being the director of the. He was like a minister in China, the director of the Chinese monopoly, who was messing around, and he's the guy who actually took that picture. So
he's a great photographer, though. He's an amazing photographer. Yes.
Guy's incredible.
Yeah. It looks
Beautiful.
like it's been taken in the professional studio, I would say.
Yeah.
But it's a great picture. So you are one of the winners. So
yeah, amazing. So now I'm going to have actually 8 subscriptions to the Cigar Journal instead of 7.
Yeah. The codes coming. I'm just waiting for the holidays days to go so people can enjoy the time with their friends and families. And I am in contact with Cigar Journal people. So after all the holiday days pass, I will be happy to send all their contact details to Cigar Journal. So please expect an email from Cigar Journal with your special code for the complimentary subscription for 1 year, which I'm very
Wonderful. Congratulations, Jeremiah.
I'm going to send it to our friends from the monopoly. I think that they deserved it more than I did. But anyways.
And Peter, I'd like to say thank you for all you do for the cigar community, all you've done in the past year. And I see your name constantly, in every podcast, on every program. You're always supporting with very positive comments and everything. So your friendship means the world to us. I just want to say thank you for all you do.
No, I would like to say thank you for what you are creating and what you do. And thank you for create such a beautiful community as the cigar community and cigar family in general.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Peter.
Amazing. Thank you, Peter. All right, Peter.
Thank you.
Bye-bye for now. We'll see you
Happy
soon,
New
okay?
Year
Nice
to
evening,
you.
ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you,
Have a great
Peter.
year, Peter.
One more time. Thank you.
Bye-bye,
Thank
my
you.
friend.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
All right. There we go. We're going to have to
Smoking a Don Carlos Personal Reserve with the Cameroon wrapper in honor of our father, Don Carlos, that I'm missing so terribly during the holidays. And I felt like my grandfather, they used to always lick the head of the cigar because I was trying to get it perfectly lit. I don't know if that was too ladylike, but I just had to do it.
All right, we're going to get to the next guest here. Guys, we have a problem, and the problem is as follows. There are so many people trying to log on that the system is just about to crash. So if you're not able to get on, don't worry. It's okay. Try again in 5 or 10 minutes. It's just because there's so many people logging on that it's just not letting you guys all in at once. All right, let's go to our next guest here. We're going to try to go a little bit quicker down the list. Please turn on your camera, Jeff, because it's you're on the air, and I just pulled you in. There you go. Welcome to the show, Jeff.
Hello.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, my brother, what's up, man?
Guys?
Good to see you.
Alabama, Roll Tide Roll.
Yeah, Roll Tide.
My daughter
yeah.
went
so
to
much,
the University
Cynthia.
of Alabama.
It's great to be on here. I just got back from a big trip. So just wanted to I just wanted to say, number one, just a huge thank you to all of you. I think you guys keep it really just like so much fun. I just over the last 6 months or so, mainly since COVID, is when I really started paying attention to you guys online. So just a huge thank you for everything. And I've been smoking Fuentes and Opuses for like probably over 20 years. I guess I'm kind of dating myself here, but I just had a quick question. I wanted to ask Carlito. So I guess like throughout your career with Fuente, was there like I know you kind of touched on this a little bit, but I just would like to hear it again, maybe for everybody, if there's so many people on, but was there like a moment in your career and with the business where you were just like, wow, we have actually truly have made it? And I know your family's been a part of it even before you were there, but was there like a moment where you were like, we have actually, this is so big? If you could just explain that moment, maybe there was something like a milestone, and then maybe touch on like how you got to that point.
Yes, Jeff, of course. First of all, I think I've known you for 20 years. I've been seeing your name on the bulletin board from Cigar family, just all over. It's great to see you, my friend.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, there have been moments. I mean, one of the great moments was when I was walking by in an airport and I look at a glance and I said, wow. I looked at a glance. I thought it was like a coffee magazine or something like Juan Valdez. I see an image of two men and, in the Cuban shirts and the Panama hats. And I didn't know what it was. And it was the cover Cigar Aficionado. My dad and I were on the cover. That's a huge moment. But the biggest moment of all is when we celebrated our 100th anniversary. I remember cutting the cake with my sister, Liana, my daughter, thinking about just about all the family, my grandfather, grandmother, and everybody through all the hard work and all the family love and going through the 100 years. So many people were not around to celebrate that moment. And I just felt lucky that I was the one that was chosen to be the representative, not chosen by it's chosen by God. I guess it was destiny that it was my time to celebrate the 100th anniversary. I never, I remember when we were celebrating 85 years, I never imagined the day that the 100th anniversary would come. And it was, to me, it was a big milestone to have survived as a family business, family owned and family run for 100 years. And now we're almost getting into 110 years. So, as time flies, like people say, and it's those moments that you captured that are so important. But it really was very emotional and overwhelming because I thought about everybody else who should have been there, celebrating, who are looking down from above.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. Hey, thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm like slumming today, 2 days after Christmas. Long road trip last night. So glad to be on here. Thank you guys. Thank you all so much.
Take care. Have a great
Appreciate
New Year,
it, Jeremiah.
God
bless. All right, Jeff,
well.
you take care of yourself. Be safe and keep doing it like you do it.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. Our next guest, Kevin Little. Kelvin, welcome to the show.
Oh my gosh. Hi, how are you doing?
You were doing great. How are you?
Doing wonderful.
Hello, welcome.
Wasn't expecting
Hi.
that today.
Hello, Kevin. How you
That's
doing, my
awesome.
friend?
How we doing?
Amazing.
So I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you to the Fuente family for something really special. I'm a big Opus smoker. I live in Saginaw, Michigan. Travel all over trying to find them. They're hard to get their hands on up here, but that's one a day. I'm all over the place trying to track them down.
Wow.
When the announcement for the Rare Pinks came out, and I heard what they stood for, what they represented, what some of the proceeds were going to, I knew I had to have them, had to get some hands on them. Friday, the owner of the lounge by me called and said, "Hey, I got a couple bucks coming." Went in and paid for them. I'm going to pick them up tomorrow. But I want to thank the Fuente family for that. That is, it's really important to me that I had those. Our family's been touched by breast cancer quite a bit. We, my mother's wife is in the end stages. We had our last Christmas with her. Made sure it was a very special one, and I think it was really cool that the day that I was with her, knowing that this is the last Christmas she'll have with us and her grandkids, and having a special day, I got the text message that the Rare Pinks were there and they're waiting for me, and it was just, it made them even more significant and more special to me. So really not a question, just a sincere, heartfelt thank you to you and your family, to Cynthia and Carlito and everybody that's been a part of putting those together.
Very special.
It's really big to me. So
Very good. Good.
Our
Well,
thoughts are
we'll be
with you,
praying
my
for her
brother.
too.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So, I hope you guys had a
Enjoy
wonderful
every
we
moment.
did. So we're making every single one
Thank
of
you,
them count.
Kevin.
Absolutely.
Yeah, God bless you. God bless you and your family, friend.
You too. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. You hang in there. Make sure you have a beautiful end of year and a healthy New Year's to you and your entire family. And lots of courage and love from all the people watching the show around the world. The support is with you, my friend.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You guys have a great new year.
Same to you, Kevin. Thank you, brother.
You bet.
Okay. Next on the show, the one and only Cigar Man Andy.
Wow.
How goes it?
Hey, Andy, how are you? Good to see you, my friend.
Doing well. Doing well. Just wanted to wish everyone a very wonderful holiday season. We miss seeing you all on Friday nights the last couple of weeks, but family comes first. And
We missed you too.
I messed that up last Friday night, just letting you know. That was my fault.
No, that's okay. It's there's so much love with the family, and every time I get the opportunity to smoke a Fuente, which is pretty much every day, I think of the whole family. And I did have one question for you all. Is it? I want to know when the idea came in your head to decide to do the Cigar Family Charitable Foundation.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's a very good question. I really appreciate that, Andy. It all started. We started with the Cigar Family Bulletin, and it was in the very beginning. I think it was the first cigar real bulletin that really grew, and it became a community. It was one of the first, as you're aware, and it all started with 911. With 911, everybody just got together. We had a Cigar Family gathering coming up, and it was just a couple of weeks later at the Don Cesar. There you go, at the Don Cesar, and everybody we're going to cancel and everything, and we got on the bulletin board. I said, "No, we're all going to get together."
We wanted to be together, no matter what.
And we were the only one in the entire
Only
hotel
one.
who stuck up and gave them support, and it was one of the most emotional weekends or 3 or 4 days of Cigar Family celebration. And we remember we were all together holding hands, listening to President Bush speak.
I remember that.
And that's where it started. And we raised a lot of money for Ground Zero, for the families and the first defenders, the fire department. And we raised a lot of money through Cigar Family. And we realized that together as a community, we could get back. And then from there, You know, we started with St. Jude Children's Hospital, raising money. Everything was about trading cigars, putting them up for auction among each other, and donating cigars to raise money for a good cause. And it got to, and then eventually, we realized that we were raising a lot of money with certain cigars from a certain area, which is the community around Chateau de la Fuente. And that area probably was the most impoverished and most isolated area in the Dominican Republic. And we started with Cigar Family Charitable Foundation for the school, raising money for the children. And that's how it all started. It started as just a community who just wanted to enjoy cigars. We became friends, and we realized that as a community, we could do good and give back for others.
Wow.
And Andy has been with us all along, and we appreciate all of your love and support, Andy.
2021 is going to be 25 years.
I'm telling you.
25th anniversary.
We've known one another.
You know, I remember Tony back in the day used to do the karate samplers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how I almost got started, was with the karate samplers. And then all of a sudden, Gary Pesh invited me up to his shop at FedEx Field. Well, back then it was RFK Stadium. And it was the very first TAA that you all did, with the Diamond Crown release of the Diamond Crown Maximus on the East Coast and the Opus X on the West Coast. And every year, you know, it's got to buy the boxes. And every time I smoke one of
every year you buy them.
Oh, I buy several.
We appreciate it. And I know every year at our trade show, you always come up to me and hand me that check for the children. And we really appreciate it. To you and Marisa. Thank you. We love you very much. And I'll tell you, the virtual cigar lounge has been such a blessing for me this year. And every Friday night, I really look forward to sharing with all our new sisters and brothers of the Leaf. And Andy, thank you for that invitation, because it's really brought a lot of brightness to this year, honestly. I've enjoyed meeting so many new people on the virtual cigar bar.
Yeah, you all are family, and you're what we call a mitzvah, a good deed. And thank you for what you did for the Duke and Duchess, by the way. That was absolutely amazing.
They were so happy. I always say cigars are to be shared. And during the holidays, it's a special time for people that have been supporting us all year long to be able to just share some love and share some cigars. So the rest of the gang will be getting theirs this week.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Andy, we go back a long time. We go back a long time, and I'm looking forward for many, many more years of this close friendship.
You know, Carlito, I remember being there when you cut the cake for the Destino El Siglo, and your father couldn't be there. And I remember one line you said, and I'll leave one word out of it because we're live. You said, "My father wanted to be here, but he said someone got to run."
This is being broadcasted out of Switzerland. Don't leave any words out of this, please.
So you can say it, Andy.
I'm sorry.
I could imagine. I know my father's words. I know my father. I could imagine. He says, "You know what? I will want to be there, but you guys go to have fun. Somebody's got to run the fucking factory." And
that was it. I didn't want to say the word, but you did it. I love it.
No, my father was all about work. You know, he was the one that was steering the ship, and he would refuse, to get off the wheel. That was a memory. And a lot of memories that I'm able to enjoy today, thanks to you, that you've captured those memories with photographs. And you've been there in so many special emotional events for the family, and you've always taken photographs and you shared with us, which I appreciate very much.
I hope you took some today, because I'm not on Facebook Live today like I usually am on the Sundays. You're the one that always takes the good pictures.
Well, always. Let me see here. Wait a second. Let me see if I can figure out a way to
get a group one.
Got the picture.
Okay.
Had to do it.
Hold up your cigar.
I can't wait for this COVID to end, where we can all be together again and enjoy a wonderful meal and a cigar.
Seriously.
Just keep the faith. Keep the
Absolutely.
faith. And Jeremiah, we are going to have to run into each other and physically meet at the CPA or PCA.
Kola kavod, whenever you want.
Or APC, whatever it is, we'll be there.
I get confused.
Melanie, and in your honor, I have a
RTGA.
little bit of mimosas, champagne and orange juice. So cheers to everybody today.
Cheers.
Salud.
Cheers.
A little
Yeah.
All
mimosa
right.
for us.
Cigar
Cheers.
Man Andy, ladies and gentlemen, please. Nice to see you, Cigar Man.
Always
So,
a pleasure.
Andy,
Thank you so
Andy.
much.
Happy New Year, my brother.
Happy New Year's.
We love you.
All right.
Fabulous.
This is amazing. What a show.
Yeah, check out
love
everybody
this,
that's
Jeremiah.
joining. Wow. Look at all the people joining. We've got Art and Matthew Tobacco's there. Adam Hill's there. I've seen Mitchie and Jose who have been great,
Beautiful.
big
Hello.
help this year. I don't know if we can bring them all on. Randy Bush is there. Look, all these new friends. This is awesome. Thanks, guys, for joining. We love you.
This is crazy. We're going to need another 2 hours on this show. This is insane. How are we going to pull all these people on? Okay, our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I can do this. Yes, I can. We're broadcasted out of Switzerland. You're going to see a man without a shirt. Shirtless Mike, welcome to the show.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Hey, hello there.
It's a pleasure.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be on here. I appreciate you guys for inviting people on. So I figured I would just come on, set up the computer and everything, and
You look fabulous. I like your setup you got going on.
it's the same setup when you came on my show. So
Oh, okay. Well, I will say, if you guys didn't see that show, it was awesome. He is very, very good at interviewing. He did his homework. I really appreciated it.
yeah, I didn't have time to do homework for this show, so I just figured I would come on and shout you guys out. And actually, I do want to ask one thing to Carlito and Cynthia, though. What do you guys got planned for 2021?
Well, 2021 is going to be a great year. There's a lot of things that we're going to do in 2020 that we had to postpone because of the pandemic. And one of the things, 2020 is the actual 25th anniversary of the Fuente Double Sex. So we have a complete program that was going to be launched this year at the PCA or in Dortmund in Germany, which will be launched next year. We could actually have a gathering. It's too big of a project to do it just through virtually or through a salesman coming in. It's a big project. We want to really give it the blast that it deserves. So we have a lot of stuff. We've got this incredible project with the Padron family also. And there's a lot of stuff coming out from LE Blue, and it's going to be incredible. The work that they were planning to introduce last year is something that is way beyond anything that they've ever done before. And we feel honored that they would take on this project for 25th anniversary of Fuente Double Sex, that they would really pay tribute to this product. It's huge.
Awesome. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the project with you and the Padron family. I know you're not saying nothing, like not even the coop. So
It's going to be fabulous.
I don't think I could get any info out of you on this show, but I'm definitely looking forward to it.
You got to speak to Jorge Padron. Maybe he'll slip before me, but I doubt it. I
think he would be a little. I've heard he would be like a little. He would be a little harder than you to get that information out. So
Hey, Mike, listen. This is our house here. I mean, you're sitting in our living room. Yeah. This is the moment to ask Carlito any questions. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Well, still, I've already, I'm not out there like a Coop is, and he wouldn't even tell Coop. So I'm not gonna like push the issue too much, and I'm just gonna when it gets released, I'm gonna smoke that cigar, and I'm gonna enjoy it because I love Fuente, I love Padron, and I'm looking forward to that collaboration there.
Yeah. Remember, Mike.
Besides all these exciting. Yeah.
It's all about paying tribute to our fathers and our heritage and so forth. So when you enjoy that cigar, you'll be thinking about Mr. Padron and Mr. Fuente also, as you knew them. Yeah.
And we have a lot of projects that we're going to be able to do in 2021 that we weren't able to in 2020, but we continue to have the goal to stay connected with everybody. When we're able to be together in person, but if not, we're going to be together on these podcasts virtually because we are together as one. So 2021, we're going to even be more powerful to stay connected with everybody all over the globe.
And I really like that. Oh, go ahead, Carlito. Go ahead.
So, and I promise I'm going to try to improve my skills with the digital things. Actually, I have a
I'm
computer with
trying
me,
to.
and no, I want to get a little bit more professional as you are, Mike. I actually have my computer. I hauled it across the continent, across the world, and everything. I went to set it up, and I forgot to charge it. It wasn't charged, so I had to go to my phone.
Oh,
And those are the things
it's
that
okay. You're here
know,
with us. That's what's important.
those are the things I got to get better at this. Because it really is a lot of fun. And so I got to see if one of my kids or somebody help me with a little bit of technology. And I need to
Melody's
have
been a great help to us.
Oh no, Melody's been my savior. I need to have something like step
And
one,
Jeremiah's had it
two,
all
step
set up
three.
since day one.
Yeah, I need a big board in front of me so I could not forget the next week what I have to do, so I can follow the same steps.
That's what I mean. I was actually going to mention that we're gonna create a notebook, a nice little notebook for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Melanie's on top of her game.
He's not gonna read it.
I'll probably lose the
Hopefully
notebook.
he doesn't misplace it. Oh, God.
No, but it'll be digital. It'll be a note on your phone. You can immediately go to that note, and you'll know.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Go figure it out.
Yeah. Before I go though, I do want to, it's been awesome seeing you guys just on all these virtual events, whether it just be like impromptu live stream or on like a different podcast or whatever. It's been good getting to know you guys, and you guys are a legacy family in the cigar industry, and it's just nice to know that you're not too big to to reach out and be accessible and just to share your love and your passion on a more personal level. It's been awesome seeing that, so salute to you guys.
Thank you. It's been a wonderful experience for us too. And it really has been so good for us to be able to meet so many people one-to-one. Because like when we're at events, as much as we try, we cannot talk to each and every person as much as we want to. So when we're on the virtual, we're able to enjoy time in a different way. So for us, it's been a beautiful experience as well. We're very grateful for that.
Mm-hmm. I know how it is. Whenever I go to a big cigar event, people, I try to chop it up with everybody, but it's, you're just sitting there talking, and you can't get to everybody. You try.
Possible
as much as you want to, yeah. So I mean, this gives us another opportunity. So we have really taken advantage of it, and we've gone with it. Starting with Jeremiah's idea with Meet the Professor.
Yep.
Back in March.
Yeah.
I mean, we put this whole plan together within like a long weekend. So Jeremiah, we give it to you, darling.
But I'd like to add to what Cynthia says. This is genuinely who the family is. I mean, I'm in the Dominican Republic. I believe I'm there. I don't get to see people unless I'm in a big smoke and everything. But even in a big smoke, the big smoke will finish and security has to take us out. We're there in half an hour.
Every time.
It's over.
Carlito, we're always people, the last ones out.
We do this because we love it, and we're very grateful. And it's the people and it's the love that we receive that really inspires us to keep, doing the best humanly possible, because we know that people are counting on us, and the last thing we want to do is let anyone down. So it's the fuel that feeds our soul and our hearts, believe me. And without the consumer, I would not be in love with this industry the way I am. Because as much as I love the leaf and I love the people in the factory, I love to be able to hug people, enjoy the cigar, and hear the stories. And on this program, from what I've heard, with the 3 guests or 4 guests we had on so far, I think they consume 1/3 of our yearly production.
Oh yeah, we're very grateful for each and everybody. Very true.
Absolutely.
But thank you very much for joining us.
Take care, Mike.
Shirtless Mike, I like that.
Thank you for letting my shirtless self come on this show. So I really appreciate it.
Not at all. Thank you very much, Mike. And remember, whatever you do, you keep that shirt off. Got it?
It's finally shirtless weather. It was like in the 40s last night, and then now it's like in the 70s right now. So I mean, it's finally shirtless weather. Thank God. I was bundled up on a virtual herf last night, and people give me crap about it.
All right, you be well. We'll talk to you soon.
Well, thank you very much. Right. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. I'm gonna keep watching.
And Happy New Year.
Thank you, my brother. Bye-bye now.
My goodness. Oh, this is a lot of fun. And people are lining up here. The next
Jeremiah,
one is a
Jeremiah,
I'm pulling you on. There you go.
I'm going to go inside for 2 minutes. My feet they're frozen.
Yeah, you look like you're freezing.
No, I'm
I
smoking.
can see all of the coldness out of your mouth, your breath. Wow, you're a star. You are a star.
Hey, wait a
Such
minute.
good chance.
Wait a minute. There's no alcohol here. There's no smoking, and I'm in the balcony freezing. But look, I'm just waiting for the FBI or security to come and take me out.
We're diehards.
For 1 minute.
Okay, go ahead. Go get warmed up.
So funny.
No.
All right.
Now I know why they sell those feet warmers. I looked at it and I said, "What the hell do I want that for? I don't need that." Now
you wish you had them.
We're gonna have to send you like one of those igloo tents, you know. That'd be funny.
Man, I'd rather be in here than out there. I can tell you.
Ooh, yeah.
Me too. Me too. Yeah. I felt very warm and good. But this is such a good idea, Jeremiah, because I know that so many people have been supporting us all year.
They have, yeah.
And for them to be able to have an opportunity to join us, this is great. I love it.
And to actually be able to speak to one another and to look at each other eye to eye and to exchange, whatever it is we want to exchange. I think it's very cool. And I'm very grateful that this is working out today.
Yeah, I think it's really cool too. But just the whole idea that we've been doing this together for a whole year, and now here we are kind of looking back at it. It's a lot of fun. But I mean, really, I didn't know very many names that were coming on here at first. Now I know everybody pretty much.
Right. So little did we know when we started in March that we will be in December, and like not in the same spot because we've grown so much, but that we're still having. And I think that this show hopefully tell us that it's going to continue.
Yeah,
I mean, of course it's going to continue.
Okay. Even when we're able to get back into the events and travel, I don't think we should ever stop.
No,
this is such a wonderful network to connect with.
No, if anything, we'll be in different places in the world doing shows. So.
And listen, I'm surrounded by the two most beautiful ladies of the entire industry. So I'm not moving from where I am right now.
You're sweet. Well, you know me since you were born. And Melanie, you found her, honey. So we're very grateful for that, Melanie, because you've really become an extension of our family. And we are grateful for you, darling.
That's definitely one Christmas present that I felt this year, too. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm just so grateful of the opportunities that I had this year and the mentorship. It wasn't just an opportunity, but it was learning and teaching. I did a lot of teaching myself, but you guys taught me so much as well. And Cynthia, I don't know how else to say this, but I am old enough that I should have been wearing lipstick. And this is the first year that I've actually got lipstick every day. I think I might have.
Good. I'm very proud of you for that. I'm never without my lipstick. That's good.
I love it. It's great. So yes, I really appreciate you guys. Jeremiah, you are fabulous. I really am trying to work on my intro and outro, but I just can't. I need a recording of you doing it for me. So then I can just do you.
No, you got to come and spend some time with us in Europe, and it's the European blood, sweetheart.
Right, there you go. I got that.
A lot to be admired.
I'm just sweet Southern, so I'm like, all right.
You're getting it. No, we got to keep on working, and we're doing it. We're doing it all. That's the most important thing.
Now.
Amazing. You guys ready for the next guest? We're going to pull him on. This gentleman here is an amazing person. He has an amazing personality. He has an amazing cigar under his name. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Skull 77 in Geneva. Right. Welcome. Hey, Novo, how you doing?
Fabulous. Hello.
You got to take yourself off mute. You're on mute.
No, because I'm just here to look at you, but not to speak because I don't have anything to say. I'm just a bit jealous because I look at you smoking cigars, and here in Geneva it's freezing and there is a storm. So I cannot. My wife doesn't allow me to smoke at home. So yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
life.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. You can catch up in the springtime.
So I can, yeah. But I was just looking. Where is Carlito? It's look cold.
He'll be with us in a few minutes. He went inside to warm up a little bit.
Yeah. But I saw some snow.
Oh, he is in. I believe he's in the western area.
That is so funny. No, what Laurent is saying, he's saying, why is Carlito cold? Because there's a few snowflakes. Because in Switzerland, it's freezing right now.
Freezing, girl. I can imagine it's freezing. Last night we were in the 40s in Florida, in Tampa, and I was cold.
Yeah.
I had my fireplace going and everything. For 40s, it was cold for us.
It was 56 here. I definitely was wearing my Uggs.
Oh, yes.
So,
Melanie, that's terrible. You're going to make us jealous.
No, and just I would like to thank you, Jeremiah, because thank you for the contact with your colleagues, and I really hope that I will once work with you. And
that would be an honor for us, my friend.
Yeah, because it's a bit complicated that I expect, because between it's the first time that we get some tobacco from Cameroon in Costa Rica. And then they seems to don't know how to proceed with that. So I really hope that I will have some tobacco soon to test that, and then So I'm really happy to be here with you, and I really hope that I will soon work with the family, and maybe once smoke in Dortmund or whatever cigar with you guys.
Oh, that would be amazing. Wait, Carlito's back. He's back. There he is.
Get a little warmer, brother?
I definitely feel a little better. How you doing, my brother?
You better probably put the heater everywhere you could.
How are things in Switzerland?
Yeah. It's really cold here. We have a storm in just near, so I can't smoke a cigar inside because my wife doesn't allow me. That's life.
What do you think I'm outside? What do you think I'm outside in the snow for?
Yeah. But you look better than me.
Don't let me smoke inside.
Yeah, that's life. And I say to Jeremiah that I really hope that I will work once with you and get some lovely Cameroon wrapper on my cigars like Carlito, and much love in your family. I appreciate,
thank you very much.
I really love your job, really.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
We look forward.
Many blessings.
And we have I hope we will have our booth in Dortmund in September, and see you there. And maybe before in Vegas or whatever. I really hope.
God willing, God willing, everybody from the industry and from outside the industry will be able to gather soon, and we'll be able to sit down and share great cigars together from wherever we are in the world. I mean, it's time we bond again, because the world has been divided way too much over the last year. Yeah, and
2021 will be a great year. Definitely.
It has to be.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Everybody's ready for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that it will be a great year.
Amazing.
And I wish you all the best. Thank you for the small. I wasn't expected that, but see you really soon over there.
And remember, if you don't do it with passion, don't do it at all.
Never.
All right, my friends. Take care. See you soon.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Ciao.
Happy New Year to you.
Amazing. I mean, what a time we have together. It's incredible. Having all these people around us and being able to share these moments one by one. Maybe we should start making a habit of this on all the shows, but we won't be able to interview anybody anymore.
People would love, that's true too, but people would love it. And we would enjoy it as well.
I can stay longer. I don't have any plans today.
Oh my goodness. All right, let's go through this. Oh my goodness. The next person here, you guys are going to love her. I mean, you know her so well. She's like a sister to all of you, and I can see her smiling there in the back room. She's got her beautiful, beautiful smile and her beautiful glasses, and she looks all beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Mitchie
too.
Jose.
Yes.
I got my Gasakuba ready for 4:00, darling.
Yes.
Now, for those of you who don't know, this is Mrs. Kazakuba herself, right?
There we go.
Absolutely, yes.
Oh,
Who has
guys,
been
thank you so
supporting us
much.
since the very first day that we started this show. Every podcast, everything we've been, Michi has supported us, and we are so grateful for you in every
Oh,
way. For you and Jose, we
Thank you.
Happy holidays and happy New Year to both of you.
Thank you. Jose's in the background getting ready for the show.
Of course, of course.
Oh,
The producer is busy at work.
I don't have any questions for you guys because we speak a little bit on a normal regular, but I just wanted to come on and just say how much I appreciate you guys. I know that you appreciate us as consumers, but we appreciate you because you've produced something so beautiful that it bonded so many people together, and it's such an outpour of love. I honestly, my first premium cigar was an Opus X because my husband was like, "You need to stop smoking those cheap cigars, and then those are not real cigars." So he expanded my palate, but he went a little bit south by giving me an Opus X.
No, it's like your first car you ever drive is a Ferrari, and no one ever taught you how to shift and how to clutch.
You know what though? The difference is that you make it it's drivable for anybody to drive. So unfortunately, when you can master that kind of car quickly, you're going to want it again and again and again.
I don't know, Melanie, because I've seen a couple of people try this at the first cigar, and let me tell you something.
Yeah.
they were spinning in every direction.
They're spinning like the car.
Oh, that gets true on the Casa Cuba, but not all. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why when people ask me about cigars, I'm like, try Casa Cuba first, and then up your palate from there. Because the beauty of a Casa Cuba is you can smoke it any time of the day, and it's a wonderful cigar, whether it's first thing in the morning or last thing at night. Just pick it up; you're gonna love it.
That's right. That's right.
We appreciate your love for all of our cigars across the line. And especially the show that you've done with the Casa Cuba has been beautifully done. And we really appreciate it. And we look forward to it every other Sunday, girl.
Yeah.
I said, I have mine. I'm ready. I'm ready for 4:00. I'm with the Don Carlos Personal Reserve right now. And then I'm going for my Casa Cuba.
Amazing. Amazing. All right, guys. You guys take care, Mitchie. It was nice to see you. We'll see you later on the show. We love you.
Yes. Stay healthy. We love you dearly. We thank you as well. Okay, say a little thing. I see him back there.
Amazing. All right, our next guest, Mr. Ray Pradanoff. Ray, welcome to the show.
What's up?
Ray.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
It looks like there's some technical difficulties here, but I think Ray is back. Ray, can you hear us?
Hey, guys.
Oh, hello.
Good to see you, brother.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, now we can. Welcome.
Now we can. How's your day going, Ray? What's up?
All right.
Cold where you at?
Merry Christmas, all.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's chilly here in England, but it's never too cold for a cigar. Never too cold.
That's right.
Okay.
Only the clothes are not enough sometimes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, massive fan of that. What you're doing, it's basically since March. it's not many opportunity to meet any people and stuff, especially in England. I'm not sure how it's back in US, but it's your show and another one more that on Reinhardt show, Light Him Up, is basically keep me through that weeks. I'm usually very sociable guy, and I like to meet people all the time. And literally, when that happened in March, was wow. What I'm gonna do now? Yeah. So yeah, I'm usually one of the guys which try to nail the professor with questions. I'm not gonna ask you anything ridiculous at the moment to try to to nail you or something, but I have a question for all of you. Which is the cigar which maybe you smoke in the past and you can't smoke it anymore because the blend not exist, the cigar not exist, or it's been lost through the years? Is there any cigar which some of you miss?
Ray, before we answer that question, I got to tell you, where do you live, in London?
In England, in near Leeds.
Oh, near Leeds? Man, that accent, I miss it so much. It reminds me of my days in the UK. I was down south London, so it was more like the Cockney accent, like sort of geezer with £5 in my back burner. You know what I mean?
I'm not even English born.
I know, I can hear it, but you got that twang, and it gets me going every time. It's amazing. I love it. Okay, let's answer your question, mate. Here we go. I think Carlito wants to go on and talk. Here we go.
Yeah, there's one particular cigar that I'll never have a chance to enjoy again, but I have special memories because everything in life is who you're with when you enjoy that cigar. The cigar is attached to a memory or a person, and for me, it's a person, and again a memory, and that is with Richard Meerapfel. He always had these special cigars, 6.5 by 44 Casadores shape, basic, and it was made for him specially, custom made for him exclusively by the Romeo factory. These were very, very old Cuban cigars with special hand-picked tobacco, the best of the best. And that cigar, it was in foils, and he had many. And every time I was with him, that's what he would give me cigars. I smoked cigar with him. It was the most powerful cigar I ever smoked, but power with taste and power with aroma. I mean, it's a cigar that in a no-smoking state, you're thrown out of the state because that aroma would go across the state. And all those memories that I have with Meerapfel enjoying that cigar, the cigar I'll never be able to enjoy again. That to me is a special memory. And cigars, again, is about memories.
Absolutely.
Well, Carlito, I got some news for you. Next time you're in Brussels, you and I are going to sit on my father's couch, and I'm going to go down to the cellar and I'm going to put out a bundle of those cigars. We're going to open a bottle of, it'll have to be a Bordeaux because Dad used to only drink Bordeaux. So we'll open a bottle of Bordeaux and we'll light them up and we'll just reminisce and think about it. And that's my promise.
I had a feeling a few hidden gems, hidden, because I know you still got that Chevis that is 40.3 proof that your father would own.
That's right.
Yeah, 43, yes. Some of the Chevis, and I know you have some stuff in. That's why I brought it up, because I said maybe I could put his heartstrings and he'll remember and he'll offer me another cigar.
Well, you know exactly where to pull.
Ray, thank you very much. I appreciate it, my brother. You be well. Have a great new year, my friend. All the best.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Keep doing what you're doing. And, I love the time as well. It's good for our people in Europe. It's not a US time, and it's sometimes I love to go on the show in US time, but it's 3:00 in the midnight and I need to work in the next day. And it's,
okay. Well, we appreciate you joining us.
Absolutely.
Get some rest.
I think because of Jeremiah and the professor, because they're in Europe, and that time is really suitable for us now. So thank you for that, Jeremiah, and the professor as well. So keep doing what you're doing, guys, and all the best in the new year. Absolutely.
Thank you for everything, Ray. Thank you very, very much. You're a gentleman. And let's keep seeing each other and be safe. Yeah. Have a beautiful new year, my friend.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys, we only have time for another, one or two because we're stretching it as it is, but let's do this. I got to pull this gentleman on simply because his name is so special. Now, I hope I'm not pronouncing it wrong, but I'm going to try my best. Ladies and gentlemen, the Shitmeister.
I
That's
love beer.
Oh my
I
God.
love it.
Oh Lordy, you gotta be.
I know we're running out of time, but if I could do quick 3 things. First, if all of us could take a quick moment, raise our glass, and give thanks to all of the hard workers out there, from the people who plant the seed to take care of the tobacco plants, that harvest them, the torciadors, the people who make the boxes, all of those special people out there, that without them, there really would be no cigars. So if we could just raise a quick glass to them.
I agree 100%. Cheers.
Salud. Cheers. Salud.
And we appreciate each and every one.
Thank you very much.
And just by your attire, I can guarantee no. Although I'm freezing my nuts off and it is cold here, I know that where you're at, it's got to be even colder.
But he's got that igloo that I was telling you about.
Yep. I'm in the Casa Fuente igloo.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Trademark pending.
Well, we love your outfit.
But my 2 sets of questions. The first one for Jeremiah, and this may be hard for you, but out of all of the Cameroon your family produces and distributes to other companies that make cigars, what are your 2 favorite cigars that those companies make out of your tobacco?
Good question.
It's a very, very difficult question because there has been some incredible cigars that were made and that are being made with Cameroon wrapper. My all-time favorite, but this is completely biased, because again, it has to do with sentiment. It has to do with legacy. It has to do with what I was raised on. It has to do with my father. My all-time favorite is the Don Carlos Robusto. Don Carlos Robusto is a cigar which I was brought up on at a later age, but that was the age when I started smoking. Carlito was right when he said that Dad, only smoked the 6.5 by 44 from Cuba, but those were the days where he was working in Cuba. He was the, if I'm not mistaken, Carlito can confirm this, but he was the last of the non-Cubans to be trained by that generation in Cuba, and we're talking in the 70s and the early 80s, by the great Cuban masters who had stayed back. And when all of that came crashing down, my father had a very special affinity for the Don Carlos blend. Now, I was too young to remember, but from what I was told, and again, Carlito can infirm or confirm whatever I'm saying, but if I'm not mistaken, the Don Carlos blend was created for the European markets back in those days because they wanted a stronger, richer cigar that could compete against Cuba. Cuba was the cigar market outside of the United States of America in those days. There was nothing else. And all of these old school traditional smokers had Cuba in their brains, in their palate, and in their hearts. And understandably so, because that's what they grew up on, and their fathers grew up on, and their grandfathers grew up on. And so entering that market was close to impossible. But yet, the Fuentes produced a blend that, in my opinion, changed the entire cigar industry and its landscape forever. And so I'm going to transform your question, and I'm going to make a bigger statement. If you're to ask me the most important cigar, in my opinion, in the history of our industry, I would say it's the Fuente Don Carlos. Why? Because that is the cigar, not that sold the most, not that was the biggest brand, not that maybe even reached the highest scores in magazines, but that is the brand that completely transformed the landscape of cigars internationally. That is the line. That is the blend, not the brand, the blend that changed the perception of Cuban smokers on the international markets. That is the blend that gave me, as a kid going out in those days, I was 15 years old, 14 years old, 17 years old, and going out, putting cigars in people's mouths, saying, try this, what do you think about it? And I would see, for the first time ever, a hardcore Cuban smoker, which was the customer base on the international markets, light up, completely change. Their eyes would pop out of their sockets and they would say, holy shit, what is this? And there was no other cigar ever at that moment in time that was able to do that. And it's not because the cigar would blow your brain off because it was so powerful. It's not because of the cigar was so this or so that. It's because the cigar was so harmonious, so balanced, so perfect. You know, working in this industry, and you know, maybe this is just me, but again, Carlito can tell you his opinion in a second. A perfect cigar is not a cigar that has a particular attribute. A perfect cigar is a cigar that blends several attributes into some kind of balance, a kind of a yin and a yang. This doesn't happen very often in cigar blending. There's very, very few cigars ever and out there, even today, where this balance between the yin and the yang is just spot on. Now, it's not the best of this, it's not the best of that, it's not the best of this. It's just pure bliss. And the Don Carlos blend nailed that. In the whatever it was when it came out, 1982, I think it was, or I can't, something around that time, 1984 maybe. It nailed that. And so that's what gave us the tools to go out there and to create, not Fuente, to create a non-Cuban word on the international markets. And then it was amazing what happened, because there was Cuba, and then there was non-Cuba, and then there was Arturo Fuente. And this was very, very, very unique. You guys have to imagine, this is going back in the 80s. This was very, 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 very unique. So my father took a special affinity to this cigar. I mean, he would basically smoke, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 of these a day. And that's mostly what he would smoke, especially when Cuba started messing around with their seeds and all of a sudden the taste profile of Cuba changed dramatically. This was in the 90s, and that became his cigar. So a lot of people say, yeah, Fuente Don Carlos is, you know, Fuente cigar. For me, it was my dad's cigar. For me, it was, you know, that's how I knew my father. That's what my father smelled like when he came back from work. That's what my father smelled like in his office. That's what my father's office smelled like. And it's, you know, when I would sit there and I would have, you know, my dad on one side and Carlito's father on the other. And Carlito's father was, you know, I mean, come on, he was like a father to my father. So that was blood at its deepest. You know, puffing away on this cigar. Carlito would walk in with his Opus and we would all look at him like, ugh, what's he doing with that cigar? You know, it just makes no sense whatsoever. This is not the elegant European way of doing things. You know, here's this guy with his Ferrari going, boom, boom, boom. We're like, fuck off. But joke aside, the Don Carlos is very, 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 very special. And you're asking me a very personal question, and I'm giving you a very, very personal answer. And I'm going to go as far as saying, and I don't think I've ever said this publicly. My father passed away very young, and many of you know he passed away to an expropriation in the Republic of Central Africa, where he lost his, you know, his dream, his lifelong achievements of work and passion. And A few days after he passed away, he was flown over to our family cemetery in Germany. Carlito was there actually, and when he was buried, we buried him with 13,000 Don Carlos Robustos. So he was actually buried in that cigar. Don't ask me why, but it just felt right at the time. I just wanted to make sure that, and I know Carlito can witness that. I mean, he actually saw this with his own eyes, and I think that in itself. And may I ask your name, Shitmeister?
Chet King.
Chet. That in itself, Chet, I think is more than enough to your answer, to your question. Sorry.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said.
Definitely, that was amazing.
Said. Very heartfelt.
Absolutely, so true. Every single word, and it's it's been documented. It's been said before. Richard Meerapfel was with me during the development of the Don Carlos. The tobacco that was set aside for and everything, the cigar we did for Europe, the box, the packaging. He was very much involved. His name is not on the box. It's in the soul of the cigar.
Mm-hmm.
And every cigar.
100%.
Yeah, a very special memory.
And I'm smoking one right now and then loving every puff of it. And it is, the cigars bring the memories. They bring the memories to our heart and our soul.
And it's true. I do remember your father, my father, and everybody enjoying their Don Carlos, watching a ball game, drinking a Chivas. And I would come in during the development of Fuente Open Sex, which it was a development. I was tasting all this raw tobacco and see how, and they look at me like, get that out of here. That you're ruining the aroma of our cigars. They was like, they made fun of me. I was like, you're nuts. Get out of here, man. That shit that you're smoking. Get that shit out of here. That's so true. And those are the memories that cigars bring to it. Just like many people, they enjoy a cigar and all of a sudden they smell in that cigar, or they get a memory of their grandfather's aftershave. It's a cigar is that attachment to the past, but again, it's an attachment to the present and future, because through cigars we met each other. Through cigars we're going to be together in 2021, and through cigars we're going to keep cementing, and our friendship is going to be so profound. The love is only going to get deeper and deeper, and that's all through cigars. And you're right, Jeremiah. The special cigars are one that mean something to your heart.
During this holiday, I spent a lot of still time alone, but I have brought out the Bordeaux, thinking of the Meerapfel family. I brought out the Don Carlos, thinking of my father, the man, thinking of my father, Don Carlos. I brought out the cigars and the things that have reminded me of growing up and about the people that aren't with me. But when I smoke these cigars or drink these special drinks, or I even had a little bit of Chivas in honor of Don Carlos, it makes me feel closer to them. And it is about the memories. And we were so grateful. Carlito, I even bought some Old Spice, I have to tell you the truth, because it reminded me of my godfather, Fausto Suarez. And I put it on.
And my grandfather, Duro.
They were like, why is this girl buying Old Spice? And my father used to wear the musk. And this is what made me feel so fulfilled while I was embracing like this holiday on a more solo level. But I wasn't alone. I never felt alone.
Yes, it's right. But by the way, I apologize if you hear this cracking from my end. I do have my earplugs on. It's my teeth that are rattling.
It's okay.
So
if
you're like cracking,
it's the heater.
Really, no, it's my teeth rattling.
Oh my God.
Well,
you're gonna have to get in a big warm bath after this.
All right. Chipmaster, I think you had a last question you wanted to ask.
All that with us.
What's that, Cynthia?
Thank you for sharing all of that with us.
Yes,
those words were beautiful. I felt them all the way to my soul.
Absolutely.
We love you so much.
Yes, and Chet, thanks a lot for joining us. I appreciate it very much. Yeah,
Chet, I'll see you at the Virtual Cigar Lounge.
Carlito, I asked your sister this about 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to ask it slightly differently. Between the three generations, your grandfather, your father, and yourself, what is the ultimate cigar, the brand and the size for each generation, that if someone who has never smoked a Fuente cigar wanted to sort of relive the difference in the generations, which three specific cigars, one from each generation, would you tell them to try?
Well, my grandfather's generation will be hard to say because that tobacco doesn't exist. So, but my grandfather is very much involved on the cigar I'm going to mention next, and that's the cigar that I want to give my father a tribute for, and that's the Florfina A58. That is our flagship. That is, I mean, that was my grandfather's personal blend, which was never sold. It was a formula that he only made cigars for himself and shared with his friends. At that time, he used 4 different tobaccos and a 6x47, which was unheard of at that time. And the reason my father explained to me, because the 4 tobaccos he chose for that blend, because back then they usually were 3 tobaccos, 2 to 3 tobaccos. It was the size of the leaves. He could put the whole leaves in that cigar, and it ended up, it was 6x47, so he could make that cigar consistently. And my father brought that out in honor of my grandfather. So I give the Florfina A58 for although there's so many, for my father's generation. And that, of course, that evolved into the Hemingways and evolved into Don Carlos and the flagship cigars of our company, the bread and butter. And I think in my generation, I think that it humbly, I have to say this, the Fuente Pasex, because it was so unique. It changed the whole cigar industry, from the taste profile to the packaging to the image of a father and son in a tobacco field with the white Cuban Guayabera and the Panama hats. Just the way it changed the way people dress for cigar events. I mean, people used to go under Armani and Gucci suits and everything. And all of a sudden, you go to an event, everybody's wearing a white Guayabera or Guayabera with a Panama hat. Even the look changed in the industry. It changed so many things that I think that is something that it was a little bit of luck. It was, or maybe a lot of luck. It was some hard work as dreams, and there was a lot of trials and tribulations. But then we had Cigar Aficionado. The cigar boom comes in, Cigar Aficionado. Everything was a perfect timing. It was something so different in the appearance of the band, the box, the taste. It was at one time a powerhouse cigar. Today it's probably it's not one of your strong cigars, because people are making cigars are so strong that it knocks your head off. But relatively speaking, that was a cigar that really changed the industry. And the industry we know today, that people start coming out with strong cigars, they started coming out with fuller flavor cigars. Because when that cigar came out, the biggest sellers in the United States were very, very mild cigars. Their advertising campaign were the sweet smell of success. Everything was mild. So everything is relative. And that cigar about this boom of powerful, full flavor, taste, and so forth profile. And I think that, if anything, that is one of the things that I think in my generation that I contributed, and somehow with the help of so many people, to make a difference in this world, in our cigar world.
Thank you.
Chet Meister, thank you so much for joining us this evening, and we will see you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Our last invite for tonight, because we got to stop somewhere. We're half an hour late on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call you Smoking Tobacco because I don't got your name here, buddy.
Matthew.
Welcome to the
Matthew.
show.
What's going on, guys?
Hey,
what's
up, brother?
Hey,
there we go.
not much. How
Good
you
to
doing?
see you. I see your name all over the place all the time.
Welcome.
I heard you had a good show the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess really quick. So the story. My real name is Matthew, obviously. My last name is Tobacco. It's spelled very slightly differently, but it is Tobacco, and that's kind of what influenced me to do something with cigars once I started getting into smoking and all that. And it turned into I have my own show now that I host with John Carney from La Flor Dominicana, and it's every Wednesday night. It's a great time. We just had the professor on with us. That was a great conversation. But yeah, just loving it every day. That's what it's all about. I got my Fuente hoodie on. I'm not smoking right now because I don't smoke in the house, but I was watching the show and I just wanted to jump on and say hello.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
So we wish you all the luck on your show as well.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a wild ride, you know. It's fun though, you know. It's a learning experience. It's been something that's taught me, you know, more about cigars and just a lot. Yeah, Melanie was one of the first people I met, you know, when I really started to get into the industry, and it's just been every week. It's been like somebody new, and you know, you meet like for every one person you meet 10 more, and there's always a great conversation to be had.
Very true.
You know, as someone, you know, I smoke a lot of Fuente myself. This is cool just to be on here. You know, I would say just I'm so happy that there's a company like yours that just is very generational. You guys give back. I know you guys have the charity, and you guys really care about your consumers and your fan base and all that. And I just want to applaud you on that, because I think that's very important. And like I said, everything I've ever smoked from Arturo Fuente has been fantastic, and it just blows my mind every time I try something new. Every time there's a new release, it's never a surprise. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much. I
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much.
Yeah.
And I wish you an incredible year, and just keep up the great work. And thank you so much for what you do for the industry. Appreciate your time. The show that you produce is fantastic. I was watching it with Jose, and Melanie's spoken so much about you. So I know that there's only great things for you in the future to come, and just keep following your heart, and you know,
that's right.
Let your passion lead you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
We hope we can join you one day on your show. We hope we can join you one day on your show.
We're going to come and crash your show to Tobacco.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Anytime you guys want to come crash the show, that is okay with me.
I think that would be fun. Melanie, Cynthia, Carlito, we're all going to come and crash the show for 3 hours.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We'll do an extended show.
Yeah, let us know what's for lunch.
So we can kick back. We don't have to present. We just kick back and answer your questions.
Right, we can enjoy it.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
We're in.
It's a different vibe. I have some very special opus that I've been sitting on for a while that I could smoke on that show. So that would be a fun time too. But I will say, actually, if I can say something really quick, I had a box of Don Carlos. I had the Shark, and it's been in my humidor for a little while, and you know, because sometimes, you know, you get so many cigars and you kind of forget what you have. And I rediscovered the box, and it's from a few years ago, and I think I've already smoked half the box in the last week. I lit one up, and it was perfect.
Wonderful.
It was absolutely perfect. The Cameroon wrapper, you know, especially after talking with Jose last week about the Cameroon wrapper, and I have a newfound appreciation for it. I think you guys make the best Cameroon. I was mentioning this to Jose. There's other Cameroons out there that are not really Cameroon, and I know that the saying goes, if it's not Cameroon, it's not Meerapfel.
Exactly.
But
you got it.
Listen, let me tell you something. You can sing it both ways. If it's not Meerapfel, it's not Cameroon, or if it's not Cameroon, it's not Meerapfel. Whatever you want, you choose.
That's right. The meat is there.
Either way, true. So yeah, no, those have just been fantastic, and that's like my new favorite Fuente right now is just the Don Carlos. It really is. Like I said, I have a newfound appreciation for the Cameroon wrapper, and it's just such a unique blend, and it's just, I love them. I could smoke them all day long. They're fantastic.
We all do. And that's a cigar you can smoke any time of the day or night.
Yeah, it really is.
Ladies and gentlemen, a man with good taste.
Yeah.
A man with very good taste.
True,
and I'm enjoying one right now.
And a cool man.
With anything.
You could smoke it.
I'm blowing warm air your way, Carlito.
You can drink it with liquor. You can.
It pairs with anything.
Where are you?
It's perfect. Look at this guy.
Obviously, I'm not in the Caribbean.
No. No, it is very. Where are you? It's very, very chilly wherever you are. I'm used to seeing him in
very
a
cool.
warmer climate.
No. I'm isolated, and I'm serious isolated. And when I say isolated, it's that I'm in the balcony now because I wanted to light a cigar. But the rest of the time that I've been here for the last 3 days, I'm in my bedroom in front of the fireplace. I'm in Utah. I'm in the mountains in Utah. Really
Very
nice,
nice.
beautiful.
Oh, nice.
And you know what? I came. The thing is, I came here to be with my 3 young children. Fortunately, Liana's not here, but I'll see her. I'm going back to see her as soon as I get back. But 2 of my children are living in Boston, and the other one in Fort Lauderdale. So this is a time they begged me, please, Dad, we got to spend some quality family time. So I said, listen, we got to go someplace where it's cold. Because we go to Miami, they spend their time at the mall. They're in Bal Harbor. They're here. They're there. I don't see them. And you know what? And they're spending all the money. So I said that's not good. Let's go someplace where we're all going to be together and there's nothing to do. I haven't seen my kids. They've been out they're skiing. They're out they did this thing yesterday with snowshoes, climbing a mountain. And they said, Dad, you know what? We were thinking about you, Dad, but thank God you didn't come because you wouldn't make it. You would be in a hospital now. You wouldn't survive. So, and then the skiing thing, I said, how about skiing? No, Dad, you know what? You can't. You got to take care of yourself. You can't be
You can sit at the
taking
bottom
real
of the
skis.
mountain and watch them come down with the cigar. And some hot chocolate or something.
I'd rather be here right now with each and every one of you. And that's, even though this is supposed to be a holiday, my heart is with everybody reaching out and joining us. This is a special moment for me, for which I thank each and every one of you for giving me this opportunity.
Very cool.
And I would also like to say that our hearts are with Jose. He wasn't able to join us today, but the professor, Jose Blanco, we miss you, we love you, and we will see you next Sunday.
Absolutely.
Cheers to the professor, okay? Jose, all right.
Cheers.
I thought that was a perfect
El
time.
Profesor
I
Blanco.
know it. This is the only show he's missed, but it's okay. We're going to see him very soon.
I don't know if you can see it.
Hey, look at that.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Wonderful. Fantastic. Good. I'm happy they're having a good time.
Yeah, apparently so. They're sending us pictures. You're having good fun. So am I. I just don't.
They're young. They can do it all.
They're gonna ask me, Dad, what were you doing? I said, no, I was doing nothing, thinking about you guys and everything. I'm having more fun than they are.
That we are.
I love it. All right, my friend. It was amazing having you on our show. We really look forward to seeing you very soon. And remember, whatever you do, if you don't do it with passion,
don't do it at all.
Don't do it at all.
Don't do it at all.
Well, thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it.
We've been brought up with
Thank you, guys.
passion. All right.
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye. Amazing. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Beautiful.
we are going to have to stop with these bringing people on right now. There's so many out there which have not been able to come on, but unfortunately, it's not going to happen because we've just run out of time over and over and over again. But the Fuente and Meerapfel show could not be the Fuente and Meerapfel show without pulling Rich on the show and having just a tiny little teeny weeny joke.
Oh, there we go. Yes, I agree.
You agree? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
of course.
please welcome Rich's Riot. Rich, welcome to the show.
Hi, I didn't get the memo. I didn't get the memo on the hat. I didn't get the right hat out. Wrong memo. There we go.
There we go. Look at you.
There we
You
go.
always look so handsome and dapper.
Always.
Well, I won't be handsome until I get outside after the show and light up this Don Carlos. That'll be better.
There
looking.
we go.
All right. This week's joke. Well, first of all, a couple of comments. Carlito, you mentioned the Don Cesar, and there was so many great memories from that Cigar Family celebration. All the guys that came from all over the country. This was right after 9/11. People were afraid to fly. These guys rented cars. They drove down in caravans, and they all showed up.
Yep.
And at the final dinner, two things that I will never forget. Number one, Scott Adams, Scotty from New York, sang
Yes.
New York, New York. And
Yes.
one of the waitresses got on the stage and with tears in her eyes, which caused everybody in the room to lose it a little bit, said, you know, this large group of people are the only people that it did not cancel. So you have kept all of us employees here, so we have some money for our families. And it was just like, holy mackerel. We felt like really
it gives
special
me
people.
goosebumps.
Yeah. Well, Cigar Family is a special organization. Brenda just came in. We invited 2 new neighbors. We got 2 new neighbors nearby, and we're going to crack open some champagne with them to celebrate the new year. And I don't know if you can see this glass.
Oh yes, of course. Cigar Family, beautiful.
It's a champagne flute that you guys gave to a few people. Cynthia, you know I don't throw anything away. That's why I gave you those coffee mugs from the old original Fuente coffee.
Yes.
The mug that Jefe likes. Yeah. And a quick thing, Andy Scharfman, I wish you great health for this coming year. I know you've had some issues this year. There's a question that JJ asked last week that never got to, but we'll wait for next week. JJ wants to ask the professor. It's not to stump him, but he wanted to know what makes the top plant, the corona leaves, where you're going to grow the seeds. What makes you pick that specific plant? JJ wants to answer that answered, so we'll cover that next week. Well, I've been torn a little bit about today's joke. We have dinner with some good friends every week, and I try it out on them on occasion. I tried it out last night, and they said, "You got to be kidding." I said, "No, it comes out of Basel, Switzerland. I can say this joke." So I said, "Okay, well." And Brenda said, "No, get something a little bit lighter." No, I'm going to go with it.
Oh, come on, give it to us.
No, this Jeremiah, we know this is not published out of the United States of America, but I used to write.
I'm gonna have to read the disclaimer. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Quentin Meerapfel present Meet the Professor is broadcasted out of Basel, Switzerland. So if you hear lots of fucks and shits and cunts and everything else, it's okay. It's gonna be fine. All right, Rich, on to you.
Gee, I didn't plan to use that kind of language, but when I was growing up in Philly, my dad and I used to go riding a lot in Fairmount Park, horseback riding. And then when I moved to New York for 10 years, not much places to ride in the city, and moved to Texas, and we'd go riding occasionally with some neighbors. But being out here in Georgia, I said, I've lost my skills on horseback. So I went out to Wyoming, one of those dude ranch kind of places, and told the guy I wanted to get out on the trail and do some riding. And the guy said, "Okay, Rich, we'll go out for 2 or 3 days." So we went out, backpacks and stuff, and trailed ride and came back. And I said, "What do we do next?" He said, "We're going back to town." I said, "What do you do when you get back to town?" He says, "I'm going to have me some rodeo sex." I said, "Rodeo sex? What the heck is rodeo sex?" He said, "You ever been to a rodeo?" I said, Yeah, I have." He said, "Well, rodeo sex is when I get back, I'm going to get this pretty little girl, get her down on all fours, enter from the back, but I'm going to reach around and grab her boobs and say, 'Hey, these feel just like your sisters.' And if I can hold on for 8 seconds, I've got the record."
Perfect. Oh,
that's a good one.
I think I'm going to be able to remember that one.
Jeez.
Oh, good.
Well, good thing that it's on YouTube. You can catch them all.
I picked out this color of shirt today.
I love it. I love paisley.
Tomorrow I go out and search for some pinks and some of my local customers that probably will have some pinks. So I'll get out and find those tomorrow. Well, everybody,
good luck, brother.
We're looking forward to a great new year. This show has shown what a cigar family is all about. You don't have to be born together. You just have to enjoy each other's company. And this show has brought it all over the world. God bless you all.
God bless you, Rich. You and Brenda, all the best. Happy New Year. Yes, absolutely, Rich. Yes. My love to you and Brenda.
Wish you both all our love.
I will.
And I agree.
Thank you
this
very
show
much.
has brought the whole world together, and it's been an absolutely beautiful success. And thank you for being a part of it.
Well, thank you.
You make a difference.
I don't know if you see that little lithograph on the wall behind me, right over there.
Yes.
That's about 20 years old. Bought that as soon as we moved to Georgia, which we've been here 22 years. That's an Opus X.
Oh.
Wow.
Somebody did a great embossed litho of an Opus X.
Very nice.
So one day I'll take up the wall and get it close to the camera, but That's been behind us every week. So we've been doing this since I was just a visitor back in March when my friend Benoit was doing the jokes.
Yes, we miss him too.
That's actually kind of a
We'll
good
have to bring
idea.
him back just for a day. Yes.
Yeah, I heard from him on Facebook last week commenting on something I'd said. So Benoit's out there.
He's listening. He's listening. And he's listening, learning.
Yeah, he's learning. He's learning from your jokes.
Why am I not surprised?
My pronunciation is not quite like his.
Thank God.
Say it's no good, but I can try to tell the joke.
Even though,
Rich, some people have the looks, others have the pronunciation.
There you go. And some people sit here and say, "I don't have any of that stuff," you know. Okay.
Even though Benoit, he blushed many times listening to his jokes. I don't think he's as daring as you, Rich. I don't think he's gone there. He's trying to build the confidence up watching Professor Show every week.
I don't know if it's confidence or huevos, but Carlito.
Both, yes.
My brother-in-law, Brenda's brother and his wife ate dinner last night at Richard's new restaurant, Casa Santa Stefano. They said it was the greatest. Yes. They had a great meal. My brother-in-law, who knows food and liquor and everything, said the sea bass was the best he'd ever had. It was incredible.
That's amazing.
So, and they will.
I hear it's wonderful.
And they will have a patio on the roof.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yes.
Which we'll be able to enjoy cigars there. It's a whole cigar
lounge the new patio on the roof. Yeah.
Those that haven't visited Ybor City, it's the sister restaurant to the Columbia restaurant, to the famous Columbia restaurant, the largest Cuban Spanish restaurant in the United States, built in 1905. So everything is out of the very best. The kitchen, everything is perfect.
Well, we're planning when we're down there for Lisa's party, if it doesn't get postponed again, from March 3rd. We'll probably have lunch with a 1905 salad, and then relax a little bit with a cigarro, and then wind up
That's wonderful.
around the corner with Richard's new shop, the House of St. Stephen.
Crossing our fingers that the cigar festival will still be on in March.
March 3rd, yeah.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Rich, before we let you go, want to thank you for everything you've done with us and for us this year. You've been an immense contribution to the show. As you know, this show stemmed out of just pure fear of loneliness and not being able to connect between one another. And you managed to jump in at a time when Benoit was forced to, deal with the shit that hit the storm back in Belgium during the COVID. And you came in and you really helped all of us. And we're eternally grateful for that. I think everybody out there feels the same. I think the public feels the same. And you've managed to bring a smile to so many people, so many people's faces, including our own. And I just wanted to thank you again and try to express my gratitude and our gratitude to what you've done. It means a lot to more people than you could think. Thank you, Rich.
Thank
We
you.
all feel the same, Rich. We love you.
God bless you.
God bless you, my brother.
All right. Well, it's that time of the day, guys.
That was fantastic.
What
a fantastic show.
Yeah, we are almost on the 2-hour mark. This has blown every other show out of the water time-wise. It's completely unacceptable, but that's okay. We had a good time.
It's a holiday.
What a year. What a year. This is the last show of 2020.
Wow.
How many episodes do we have now? I have not looked.
A lot. I mean, remember the episodes at the beginning were every day.
I know, it's got to be like over 80 episodes. That's insane.
It's insane. And these things have been going around the world. There's been, God knows how many people view these. I mean, probably we're in the hundreds of thousands, maybe even more. Definitely. And it's just been an unbelievable success. But I think the biggest success of all is the fact that we're together, and the fact that most of us have come out of this pandemic, or at least into it, healthy. And we need to thank God for that. And we need to continue praying every single day that things will continue to be okay for the majority, and God help everybody else. We need to hold hands, and we just stick close and be there for one another. These are hard times, and these will continue to be hard times. And I think part of the soul of this show and I'm sure it's the same for all of you here, is to show solidarity and to show each and every one of us and each and every one of you that we're not just here for the good times, but we're here for the hard times as well. We're here for the times where things couldn't be worse. Things are at its lowest since the Great Depression and the Second World War. But that doesn't matter because we're one. Whatever we call each other, whether we call each other family, friends, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. There's no qualification that could truly illustrate the love and commitment that we have one towards the other. And I think that this show translates that, and this show brings it forward. We would rather be with you. We would rather be together. It's important to every single one of us. And this is not about selling cigars. Hey, it's not about selling cigars. It's not about selling tobacco. It's not about promoting a brand or another brand. We've had every single manufacturer, or at least we started getting every single manufacturer on the show. And hopefully in 2021, every single one who didn't come on the show will manage to come on the show. Every single one, whether family business or not, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Yeah. And we're here to bring that cigar passion, that love of the leaf, the people together, And I kept saying last year, and I will continue to say it, Carlito Fuente has been drilling into my mind since I'm a young child that it's all about people. And God damn, is he right. It is all about people. It is all about getting all of us together, holding hands and moving forward. And at the end of the day, if there's one thing that, I will have taken out of this life, it won't be the lessons about the seeds, and it won't be the lessons about leaf, and it won't be lessons about cigars. And God knows I've spent enough time and will be spending most of my life committed to learning about it. But it's going to be what Daddy's best friends drilled into my head for the past 40 years of my life, people. And I think that lesson has brought an enormous amount of, it has opened huge amounts of doors to the way that I think as a human being, and is the true seed of this show. And it's not about us anymore. It's about us, as in all of us, guys. We love you very, very much. And thank you so much for being a part of this. And by the way, thank you, Carlito. And thank you, Cynthia. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Should we call you the kid, or should we call you Melanie? I don't know what to call you anymore.
Me neither. I'm just kind of like trying new things, whatever. I throw it out there, see what happens.
Well, I feel grateful for each and every one of you, and it was a beautiful show. And I hope that everybody has a special rest of the holiday season and a healthy new year. And like Jeremiah was saying, it is about all of us staying together. It's alone, but together. And that's what's important. So stay well. And we look forward to a very bright 2021. We love you all. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I love being a part of it. Jose Blanco, we see you next week, darling. We love you.
And Jeremiah, Cynthia, it's been an incredible year, and Meet the Professor has brought so much of comfort and assurance that we will survive, we will persevere, and 2021 is going to be, I'm looking forward to one of the greatest years of my life. And I know that each and every one of you are feeling the same. Have faith, believe, and don't look back, not even to get a push forward. Look for the future. And I just want to send my love, best wishes, blessings to everyone. As Jeremiah mentioned, it's not about cigars, it's about the people. We are all one. God bless you all.
Yes. And absolutely, I want to give a big thank you to you guys for the opportunity for me to be able to just come on here. Not only is it smoking the journey, but learning about the background and then being able to share it with everybody. So this has been a fabulous year. I don't even know what to sum it up as, but yay. But thank you to everybody who actually has been following and watching our show. We really do appreciate all of the love and support and the help and that's what I have to say about this community, is that definitely you guys are so helpful, and that is something that I've never experienced in other industries. So it's fabulous.
And I can't
We
leave
are
this show
grateful
without
for everyone. It's all about the people that have made this show such a success. Each and every one, like Melanie said, very well put. We thank everybody for tuning in every Sunday and being part of our lives. We love you all.
And I can't finish the show without congratulating Carlito on his taste for hats. Carlito, you have really
I love it. I know. I love your hat today, brother.
You know,
I do love it.
No, and the first day I had the Panama hat, and I noticed that all the straw was popping. I guess it was so dry. My hat started splitting, and I realized that Panama hats are not made for this weather. So, of course, I had to go back
so
to
you got the perfect hat.
No, Jeremiah taught me well, but his father's one taught me. Borsellino.
The Meerapfel hat. Exactly, the Borsellino. All right, guys, listen, it was a wonderful show. It was a wonderful year. We love all of you dearly. Remember to tune in next week, same place, same time. We have a very, very special guest of honor, Mr. Reinhard Poirek, who will be on the show.
Yes,
it's gonna be awesome.
Reinhard,
it's going to be fabulous.
It's going to be huge. And as you all know, Reinhard has been immensely involved in our industry and in the relations and in the promotion of our industry over the past year. He has some big news for every one of you out there. And it's going to be a hell of a show just listening to him and understanding where he's come from and where he's going. But in the meantime, have a wonderful end of year. Celebrate. I hope that you fill your hearts with joy and with love. Remember to have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful New Year's. Take care of yourselves and of others. And remember, if you don't do it with passion, don't do it at all. Bye-bye for now, everyone. Have a wonderful New Year's.
We love you. We love you. Take care.
See you in 2021.
Yes, in 2021. We're in it to win it, guys. Absolutely.
We're in it to win it.